Hi guys and welcome to this episode of GSP. We're going to be talking about football over the past week or so. We're going to start off with England. Their squad got announced even today. And a few surprises in there, like Fabian Delph, Colback, Rose and Chambers. Rooney also selected as captain, so we're just going to talk about that first. What do you think of Chambers and... we'll start with Chambers and Rose at the back for England.
Well, I think Chambers has played in all of Arsenal's first 5 games so far, and he's been brilliant in every single one for me.
Yeah.
Like, even against Besiktas yesterday, made a couple of important tackles. He was getting forward, which just caused me a bit of concern. Right, you don't want your right back flying forward when you've got 10 men left on the pitch. But yeah, I thought he played really well, made some really important tackles. Big in the Community Shield as well.
Yeah, playing centre back, especially when Mertesacker wasn't aid. I think he filled it very well.
Yeah, so I think it's quite justified. He's earned his stripes as well regarding England, playing sort of through every category as it's gone through. So really, I'm not that. I don't think he'll play, but I think not really that surprised he's been included.
No, well, Danny Rose. I mean, there's a lot of choice at left back with Kieran Gibbs and Luke Shaw both out injured at the moment. Obviously, Ashley Cole retired from international football. So Rose is kind of like a 5th choice, isn't he, in a sense, if you go through the left back?
Yeah, he's not a player that will ever play for England, I don't think, really. He's a decent Premier League player, but that's, I think, all he'll be. I don't think he's on level par with Luke Shaw or Gibbs at the moment. Or Baines, obviously. So you've got 3 centre-backs that, for me, are definitely better than him.
Yeah, I think Luke Shaw will be left back for about 10 years after Leighton Baines goes. I think Kieran Gibbs was waiting, and then Luke Shaw came out last year and took over Gibbs in the running.
Well, for me, Gibbs is one of the most underrated players in the Premier League. He's super solid. You never hear, oh, Gibbs gave away this goal for Arsenal. He's a brilliant player, Gibbs, and I don't think Arsenal fans will be complaining about that. They get his full commitment to the club rather than Luke Shaw going to be in and out of England duties.
Yeah, we're going to midfield. Delph and Colback in centre midfield. I mean, there's quite a lack of depth there, you feel now, isn't there, with no Gerrard and Lampard?
Yeah, well, obviously Gerrard and Lampard, no surprise that they handed in their sort of end of their commitment to England after the World Cup, but I would never have expected Colback to get called up. Delph obviously has been playing well recently.
He's a really good box midfielder.
Yeah, he's been playing regularly since sort of 2012 for Villa, but he's been there since 2009 at Villa, so he's been there a long time, and he's
had some loan spells, hasn't he?
And he's really starting to repay Paul Lambert's trust in him. But yeah, he's doing all right, Delph. I like him. But again, I think he's a good Premier League player and not an England player. He shouldn't have players like Fabian Delph representing your country.
No, I mean, well, we've got Barkley out missing injured at the moment in centre midfield. I think he'll definitely come back in. But also Chamberlain back in the England squad, who's fit. He could play centre midfield, couldn't he?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, just circling back to them, I think Chambers will be the only one that actually will be a player that strings any appearances together for England. I think he'll get more and more established in the Arsenal side, and then he'll just develop his England career. He might go on to be one of the highest capped players for both Arsenal and England. So yeah, I can see only bright future for Chambers out of them 4 really. And then but I don't think any of them will play in either of the 2 games.
No, I mean Chambers maybe, but also you've got Phil Jones and Jagielka and Cahill who could also play centre back. But no Chris Smalling. I was quite surprised about no Chris Smalling, to be fair.
But to be honest, Chris Smalling, players like that for me, they only get in because they play for Manchester United. Phil Jones, like, I know he's not English, but Evans as well, he's put in a lot higher regard just because he plays for United. Had an absolute shocker against MK Dons.
Yeah.
So MK Dons rolling over a team like United is just embarrassing.
And so we'll move lastly onto the strikers. Lambert included again, which I think was a surprise. I personally would have gone for Connor Wickham. I think he's young, he's still a big target man, like the Crouch, like Lambert. So I probably would have gone for Wickham, but would you have kept with Lambert?
Well, I'm not sure, to be honest, because I sort of wonder what Lambert's thinking, to be honest, at the moment now, because he's gone to Liverpool, obviously, he's a Liverpool fan, but he's not going to play. They've just signed Balotelli as well, and they've got Sturridge, and then on the flanks they've sort of got Coutinho sits behind, really, or
Markovic, you've got Markovic.
Got Raheem Sterling as well. can't see when Lambert's ever going to play.
Yeah, I think it will be hard for Lambert, and I was actually surprised with his inclusion because he's 32 now as well, isn't he? So
Yeah.
you think maybe bringing like a young striker, maybe just to get him some international experience.
Well, yeah, exactly. Because you can't imagine that Lambert's going to go to the Euros.
No, you can't.
So what is the point of including him if he's not in that sort of long-term plan?
I think it was good for Gerrard and Lampard to step down, to be honest. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't even include Lampard at the World Cup. So.
No.
But we'll move on from England now. Actually, we'll stick with England and talk about Wayne Rooney.
Yeah, just been named captain. I think really, Hodgson probably didn't have a lot of choice, even though he wouldn't have been my captain. I don't think. For me, I don't like it when a centre forward's the captain. I think you need either a holding midfield player or your centre back as your captains. But then again, you look at our centre backs and there's only going to be one, isn't it? It's Gary Cahill. You're not going to have Jagielka because he's getting on a bit. And then
Hart in goal, maybe.
I don't think you can have Henderson as your captain because he's sort of a bit unproven still in an England shirt for me. And then Wilshere, I think it's more of a temperament thing. And
Yeah.
there would be, and you can't have Barkley either. So I think Rooney was your only real choice. I think it was probably a toss-up between Hart, Rooney and Cahill. But
I think Hart will be vice captain under Rooney. I think.
The thing about Hart is his temperament as well. Like we
Yeah.
saw it, we've seen it quite a few times when he loses it a bit. But yeah, Rooney 95 caps, probably going to go on to be England's most capped player. Probably overtake Shilton in that. Will probably overtake Charlton in
Goal scorer.
goal scoring. It's only 3 above him now.
Yeah. So, I mean, Rooney, he's 29 in 2 months' time.
Well, yeah.
But he's still going to be in that lead up to Euros. Probably play at Euros, maybe even the next World Cup.
Yeah,
so.
I'd probably back him to play at the World Cup. So that's still a lot of games in an England shirt for him, and he's only got who is it? Lineker, Jimmy Greaves, and Bobby Charlton in front of him now. So
Yep.
yeah, I think he'll catch them both. So I think that'll end our video. So thanks for watching GSP, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.